It's a busy second day here in Bonn, with negotiations under the two subsidiary bodies, as well as the Paris Agreement Working Group. It's not all about the negotiations, though. There have also been 3 workshops on economic modelling, indigenous peoples, and education, training, and public awareness. A challenge for these negotiations is the sheer number of agenda items related to operationalising the Paris Agreement. These items fall under the Paris Agreement Working Group as well as under the subsidiary bodies. Some parties are calling for maintaining even progress across the different work streams and the need to allocate sufficient time to flesh out interlinkages and cross-cutting issues with a view to delivering a comprehensive package at COP24. On the other hand, there are those who feel that this approach could bog down the process. A 2-day workshop on economic modelling tools and their application for assessing the impacts of response measures ended on Tuesday. Response measures, the range of actions taken by developed countries to reduce their greenhouse gas emissions, has always been controversial under the climate change negotiations. The issue is designing and implementing these measures could create trade distortions, constitute new forms of green protectionism, and negatively impact economies.
A lot of this comes down to how we're going to treat emissions policy going forward. Are we going to follow the archetypal route of quantitative restrictions on emissions, or are we going to follow some price-driven route where we make it more expensive to use emitting fossil fuel technologies? With all these type of economic models, there are winners and losers. We find that with all economic models, and we actually typically find that in reality anyhow. When we introduce new policies, we get people that win and people that lose.
The local Communities and Indigenous Peoples platform was established in Paris during COP21. Last year, COP23 in Bonn agreed on its functions, including strengthening traditional knowledge, enhancing capacities, and including Indigenous peoples in the process.
Since Indigenous peoples are not part of the state's delegation, our voices are lacking and our knowledge is certainly needed when we move forward in the combat of climate change.
From this workshop, we are expecting to come with the clear ideas of the establishment of the working plan and the also establishment of the facilitative working group who can help the broader platform to be operationalized, how the knowledge can be shared, how the capacity building can be a reality from the ground to the regional level and fitting into the negotiations, and also how it's going to be fit into the policy and decision making about the climate change solution.
On Wednesday, the Tanaloa Dialogue gets underway. There'll also be a gender workshop. So please join us as we continue to bring you daily video highlights from Bonn.